Okay. All right, Casey. So, like I said, this is for research I'm doing for my new position as senior UX designer for LuckyVitamin. They're an e-commerce company that sells supplements as well as things for general health, food like whey protein, any kind of item you can think of, just generally for people to help better their lives. And we're really trying to gear ourselves towards a new younger demographic. And when I say younger demographic, I mean like closer to our age. Technically, the band we're looking for is 35 to 44. You're a bit younger, but I think your insight would help fit in that, not only due to the closeness and proximity of the demographic, but also the fact that you're a working mother. And I think that kind of information would be invaluable to what we're trying to accomplish at the moment. So, my first question would be, how do you define health and wellness?
How do I define health and wellness? Um, as in like what I think goes into that
Yeah,
or
yeah, just for you. Talk to me.
okay. Um, I guess working out, taking supplements, trying to eat healthy, cutting out sugars, fats, and all that type of stuff.
And even though I'm recording, I'm going to be taking notes during this. So if you see me stop and write, I'm just gathering data. So let's expand on that a bit because everything you said was great, but pertains specifically to the physical portion of that health and wellness piece. What about like just emotional health, like mental health, things of that nature? Like, how would you then describe that?
um, Meditation, therapy, um, having a crying session if you need it.
You always need a good one of those.
Yeah, but that's I mean, I didn't even think about that. Um, but yeah, I think meditation is a big one for me for
All
sure.
right. Cool, cool, cool. Me, a little star next to meditation. Got you. That being said, this is going to be a three-part question. What stage are you at in your health and wellness journey? I'm at the beginning of my journey. I have not considered the role of health and wellness in my life, slash, I am not on a health and wellness journey, and I'm uncertain where I'm at along my journey.
I would have to say I'm back at the beginning of my journey.
Tell me more about that.
Um, I was, working out daily, taking supplements, meditating and everything. And I think just, you know, falling onto hard times, you kind of like lose track of those things, even though it's something that you absolutely need to perform better. Um, but, I kind of just like, lost track of time and just kind of try to do what I can as far as make money and kind of lost my schedule on like how I had it. So saying that I'm like back in the beginning, it's just like I'm slowly like going back to taking my supplements and trying to eat healthier, and meditating, and then hopefully soon starting to fit exercise in my schedule.
So, would it then be apt to say that the pressures of a daily life combined with the fiscal responsibility of being an adult can sometimes make it more difficult to focus on your health and wellness?
Oh, definitely. It
Gotcha.
does.
Why is that, if you don't mind me asking?
I just think we just have this like social pressure of like where we need to be in life, and we just kind of, like I said, like we lose sight of what's really important. And I feel like taking care of ourselves is like number one priority, and not many people are taught that. That's something that you kind of just learn along the way. Um, and at that age, you kind of already developed your, I guess you could say like your mental structure of like being disciplined and everything. So it kind of just makes it difficult, and especially now, like with inflation, like you're forced to work 3 jobs and, just barely have time for yourself, barely have time to sleep. So,
Gotcha. So not only is it the issue of like preconceived notions of how one might move throughout that journey in terms of self-discipline and what they have going on personally, but also those outlying pressures that not only stem from cultural norms and cultural ideas, but also even the state of the economy in our country can kind of take you away from that. Cool. That's real. And that's great insight. All
that
right. The next question, still like options, 4-part. How often do you make changes or seek solutions to improve your health? Never, sometimes, frequently, or always?
I would say right now it would be sometimes.
Sometimes. And that's because everything you described previously, correct? Alrighty. Maybe a easier question. Maybe not. We'll see in a sec. What are your health goals?
Um, I mean, health goal, I just think I would like to be disciplined. I think like that's my main thing. If I can just be disciplined or, like work my way there, I would be where I need to be. Because weight wise, I don't really have a weight in mind. Mental, really just want to stay with a clear head. And emotional, just be able to vocalize my emotions better, I guess. After I started answering that question, I realized that it was a difficult question.
No. It's whatever you guys want it to be. I'm here to simply help guide you along the pathway of these questions without influencing your answers. So whatever your answer is perfect. It's just data for me. I'm gonna parse it by all the other individuals I've spoken to and kind of turn it into a visual representation of all this data from my bosses and whatnot. So everything you're saying is perfect and it's real, honestly. Coincidentally, because it won't influence your questions, I can impart on you that you're not the first person to indicate that not only societal pressure is an issue, but even kind of learning about general wholeness and health. It's kind of shifting towards I don't necessarily want to be a certain weight. I just want to be like healthier without that warped idea of what being healthy or looking good might look like. And that should be like something definitely more personal. So that's something I've definitely heard. Alrighty. So mm, next question is how do you normally learn about the subject of health and wellness?
Just researching on my own. I guess when I began my like weight loss journey previously, I started like looking up exercises, foods, and even like just other things that I can consume that would help with digestion and stuff like that. And after like researching, I started realizing that it also is about mental things. So just different programs that I can use to meditate. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool, cool, cool. Nothing wrong with that. And a follow up to that specific question: are there any trusted sources you go to learn about health and wellness?
Um, Honestly, I just Google, but I do follow someone on Facebook who is she's like a holistic healer, and she provides a lot of I guess recipes and stuff like that for things that would help with specific things. I use the Balance app to meditate, um, but usually I just go on Google and try to search up like what I need to know.
Cool, cool. Talk to me more about the Google piece. Like, What would some of those searches look like if you don't mind sharing that with me?
Um, Depending on what I'm looking for, if I'm looking for, I guess, how to get more protein, I search up what foods contain the most protein, and go from there, see like what their fats are and stuff like that, and then also just search up like recipes for that. I search up what kind of supplements are good for you to take, and I just kind of research like the ingredients and see what their benefits are, pretty much stuff like that.
Okay. And to expand on one of your other answers, you said you follow someone on Facebook. Who is that individual?
Her name is Heru Healing.
Okay, cool. And how'd you go about finding her?
I actually had posted something saying that I wanted like some type of spiritual cleanse and just kind of a cleanse period, mental and physical and all that. And someone had directed me to her.
Yeah, true. So would it then make sense to say that a good portion of this learning, even though a lot of it's based on your research with Google, also comes from like word of mouth, people you trust who can gear you in a direction?
Yeah, I mean, I have a few friends that are kind of like on the same boat, so we definitely share things with each other. Like what works for them, they'll share it with me, and vice versa.
So that's definitely something of value, like knowing that an individual is on a similar journey to you and is utilize these sources helps you like place trust in them and really cultivate that kind of portion of the journey.
Yeah, it even motivate me, honestly, knowing that I'm not alone. It kind of like pushes me to continue.
Cool. And I'm writing that down verbatim instead of just a quick note, because that's a great key insight. All right. Speaking on that, and I kind of already know the answer, but still need to ask it. We got like two more questions. Do you make purchases based on the state of your health and wellness journey?
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, you already told me, but you know what? Let's get into it. So you're talking about protein. Are those purchases strictly like new types of foods? You mentioned supplements. What might those supplements be? Like, could you give me some insight?
Yeah, so I mean, the supplements that I was taking was I was taking like this mushroom supplement more for like focus and I guess kind of to replace coffee because that's what it's meant to do as far as like energy. And then I was taking some super green food supplements, Irish sea moss, um, some like biotin kind of supplement. I can't remember like what's in that, but and then as far as protein, I just kind of look up foods, um, like meats that provide protein, but not just meats, but mainly meats, and like the healthier ways of cooking it, you know.
Gotcha. And I feel like you've already answered this, but this is technically our last question, or second to last. Do you purchase products to improve your overall health and wellness?
Oh yes.
Okay, cool. We can just leave that as yes, because I feel like you elaborated that on that already. All right. So here's the deal. We are trying to gear this new customer base towards not only becoming like new and valued customers and really cultivating that trust with them, but trying to create a pathway either through like guided tours, speaking with experts in this area who work directly for our company, and even like maybe providing articles, possibly blog posts about things around health and wellness, whether that be like physical health specifically, how to eat better, things that could increase focus, or like you said, things specific to overall mental and emotional wealth. So if we were to be able to cultivate not so much a journey specific to you, but one generally enough about the topics that you touched on today, would that be something of value to you?
Yeah, I mean, if I can find everything in one place, I think that would be great. I don't have to go out of my way to research and, you know, it's something it'll be easier to, I guess, share as well, because I know a lot of people right now rely on convenience, and I think that's like a big thing. So,
Got you. All righty. So with that being said, we have individuals that we call internally wellness consultants that would be able to help on this journey. Not sure how the interaction with them would look like in the future, but they'd be the ones helping us cultivate this journey, gather these facts, data points, and get you guys in the right direction. But just in general, we've been trying to figure out whether or not internally that phrasing makes sense. How do you feel when you hear the title wellness consultant?
um, I think the word consultant could scare people away. I mean, I think a lot of people don't really know the meaning of it, so to them, it feels um forced or like pressured, maybe. Like I think bringing it to a term that's more like a friend or like friendly type of term, I think would probably be easier for people to, I guess, accept, if that makes sense.
Yeah. If you could call that what we're going to probably end up shifting away from the phrase wellness consultant, but if you could call them anything, what would that be?
Ooh, honestly, I can't even think, because I think like wellness friends, it sounds so stupid, but
No, that's cool. I'll take that back and work with them, but we definitely will soften the general sound of that and see what we could do about ensuring that that makes sense. This was great. That's actually all of my questions. I appreciate your time. My next thing would be I'm currently the one helping to design this pathway and conducting all this user research and crunching it down into data so we can build out this journey in whichever way it manifests. Could I hit you back up just to do some testing of this site? We would just like send you a link. I'd be talking to you. We'd walk through it and you just tell me what you think of it, what you think could probably be great, what could be improved, and what changes you might like to see. Would that be something you'd be willing to take part
yeah.
in? All right, cool. Definitely, definitely. Well, I'm going to be super formal and thank you for your time. And I'm going to stop the recording.